Hello, swing trading evening daily routine. So we traded in November 27, 2024. We are going to pull the transaction history to do our swing trading record keeping of daily swing trades, and then we'll analyze the chart for the next time the stock market will open. So those are the three things it is good to do on a daily basis as your swing trading routine. We are going to go through our swing trading strategy. For the strategy we are using, we swing trade upward stocks, large cap stocks, so growth stocks, but large capitalization stocks that went public before 2008, so that we know that they went through at least one recession and came out of it unscathed. And on our watch list, we have about 60 to 70 stocks, so that we just keep using that watch list for our swing trading without continue to look for stocks to trade on a daily basis or weekly basis. And 60 to 70 stocks gives you a good range of good stocks that you just keep analyzing stocks from there to pick the stocks that are well positioned based on your swing trading strategy for you to trade on any given day. For the time frame for swing trading, we trade on daily chart and we use 1 year time frame. So 1 year daily chart for daily chart analysis to purchase and sell stocks. That's what we do. If you find a new stocks that you want to swing trade, you can actually analyze it using the monthly maximum chart to see the trend of the overall trend of that stocks, and then you use the maximum daily chart to actually trace some trend lines, some close-up trend lines, and start trading and using maximum daily chart to analyze the stock. And from that point, after purchasing it more than once, you can switch to 1 year daily chart for your screen to give you 1 year time frame. And the price bar will be big enough for you to see without zooming in and out, to see the overall what is going on with that stocks within 52 weeks time frame. And on a daily chart, every single price bar is 1 day activities of any particular stocks that you are analyzing. So we buy. So our buying strategy or our swing trading strategy is we buy at the first green bar after a pullback on an uptrend trajectory. And our SZ strategy is after 2 day consecutive bar days, or when our minimum profit target is reached, we sell it. And the minimum profit target is $25, and we sell $2,000 per swing trade, or I say 5% of the account value. Let's say that's 5. Yeah, that'll be 5%. So if you take, for instance, $2,000 divided by 100, that would be 20. That would be 2%. So if you take $2,000 divided by 0.05, is giving you 40,000. Okay, yeah, At the time I was doing it, I believe we have about 40,000 cash available in the account, and I used that to do my estimate and found that 2,000 is the right amount to swing trade for me. So, and that equal 5% of the account. So it is 5% of the account. And for my kid with about $3,000 account times 0.05, it'll give you $150. And then I told them to spend about $300 per trade by making it 10% of their account. So, and I found that 300 gives them enough allocated budget to buy more than one share of a stock, unless the stock price is high, to buy at least one share of a good stock. And when you set about $300 per trade, it's good to set a minimum profit target as well, so that you can reach it fast, sell it, and repeat the process. Just make sure the minimum profit target is higher than the fee you are going to pay the broker. Even if you only have few cents profit left, depending on the fee the broker is charging you, by trading with $300 in your mind is like practicing. You are an apprentice and you are practicing. Instead of paper trading, you are trading with a real dollar amount, $300. If depending on the broker you are with, if they charge you quite a bit of fee, as long as the minimum profit you set is easy for you to reach and is higher than the fee the broker is going to charge you, is okay. That way you can sell it fast, you can reach that profit, sell it, and repeat the process, have that money again, and repeat the process, so that you can practice the swing trading strategy you are learning, and keep fine-tuning it to be in to align with your personality type, your risk tolerance, and your financial goal. So I found that $2,000 is a good spot to buy a good number of shares, and some stocks that are higher than $2,000, I buy them as well, and I just buy one share of those. And 300 is a good amount for smaller account in the 3,000 account value range, or lower or more. So I have up to 5% of the account, whichever is higher. But just know that I tested those $2 amount, one with $300 with a smaller account, and $2,000 with a 6-figure account. But I have about $40,000 in cash, because we have dividend stocks. A majority of the capital was in dividend stocks. At the beginning of the year, we have about $40,000 or so as cash available, and that's pretty much after doing some calculation. I came up with that 2,000 or 5%, but it took me a few trials to narrow it down to 2,000, and it's now a set amount. So I go over, I go underneath it for different stocks, but that is the set rule for us. Now that we went through our swing trading strategy, we'll go to the next step in our routine, which will be to pull our daily transaction. So in your brokerage account, you can go to the account history to pull your daily transaction of the day, and we have it here already saved, and we are going to use that to move to the second step in the process of our routine, which will be to do our record keeping. I like to do the record keeping before I analyze the chart, but you can analyze the chart before you do the record keeping, whichever works for you. The record keeping requires a little bit of attention to detail. I think it's number based, therefore I like to just do that first to get it out of the way, because I use a little bit more of my brain power doing that, although there is some routine to it as well. So we'll go on our swing trading worksheet. We have the left side that has the purchases and the right side that has the sold. So we'll go to the left side where we have the purchases, but on our transactions history we have sales first here, so we'll start with that. So we sold MMC, so we will start with the purchases section to locate that MMC to see when we actually purchase it to start with. And I don't know why I still have these things on the red here. It could be because I have them red so that I can add them to the other tab, and we did it. So I will need to come here and take those red out of there, but it's not the only one that will have red. We might come across two more. Yeah, the second one. You can color code your thing so that it's easy for you to spot if you want to come back to them. But when you are done, it's good to just get those colors out of it so that it doesn't confuses you later when you find it and wonder why do you even have it there in the first place. So on our way to MMC, we stop by and take the red colors out of. So MMC, we bought it for a while, September 9, and now we sold it. We will take the committed amount out. We sold it on November 27, 24. The 10 shares. And as you can see for this one, you will see that we bought it in the range of 2,000, but not exactly 2,000. See, it's 300 over. But when we started at the beginning of the year, it was around that 2,000 range. But as the price continued to increase for the stock, we switched to keep the number of shares fixed and just keep buying that same stocks, because we are making profit and we are adding it back to the account. So if the price continue to go up for the stocks, after buying the stocks once or twice, we just switch from the 2,000 target amount to a fixed targeted number of shares for that particular stock, so that we can just keep buying the same number of stocks. It makes it a little bit easier when we try to analyze the profit, the history profit for that stocks. So this one, we sold it and we pay 66 cents, and that is Charles Schwab. Where we trade, so that's the fee they charge there, but it varies per stocks and share and things like that, dollar amount. So for this one, we made about $27, and the rate of return is 1.18%. We'll move to the buys. We have WSO that we purchased yesterday, so we'll go all the way down to Wasco. So we bought it. So we are going to just copy the previous one that we have and insert copied cell, so that we can keep the formatting of our formulas. on that row that we want, and we bought it last time on the 18th. Now we bought it 10 days later or so on the 27th. 3 shares. You can see we keep the 2 shares the same, so that means the amount committed will be different as the price fluctuates. And this one is the one we started around 2000, and for some reason I don't even know why I switched to 3 shares, because 3 shares is giving us, is it the one that we bought 5 of? Yeah. So I don't know how from 5 I switched to 3. So if let's see how much is selling right now. Let's use the calculator here. Let's say it's selling for 551.67 times 5. Okay, is above 2000, quite a bit. So times 4, 551.67 times 4. Okay, this will be understandable. But anyway, for 2024 we can just keep that 3 and continue with it for now. So we need to track our committed amount here, and we are going to clean up. You see how I'm trying to see, okay, if I should adjust the amount that I'm allocating to this particular stock. So okay, so I think we took good amount out of there. Now we sold Visa, so we'll go back and scroll up to the neighbor Visa of Waxco. They are not that close to each other. Oh, okay, not too far either. Okay, so we sold it. So that means last time we bought it was on the 21st, and we will take our commitment out 11, 27, 24, and we sold 7 shares. Yes, when you are placing order to sell, you may want to pay attention to the quantity you are pulling down if you do not click sell all, for instance, so that you do not sell less than you intend to sell. If you have 7 shares, you could easily sell 1 share, because by default your trade page will show 1 share there for you to change. So let's see. Now the fee is 0.06. Is it? Yeah, I'm trying to compare my total proceed here to the amount there. It needs to match, and we made $40 profit, or 1.86%. So we will continue to BKNG in the B session. So we'll go all the way to the top. And this is the third one that we need to take the highlight out of there. No red lipstick for it anymore. So let's continue. So we have BKNG. We bought on the 25, 1 share, because it's more than our 2000 minimum targets to allocate per swing trade. We only buy 1 share of it. It keep going up though. We didn't start the year like that. we started the year in the 3,000. So that means for this particular one, if you buy one share close to the 52 weeks low and way to close to 52 weeks high, you could make about 2,000 on it. I don't know if we are still looking at the same one. No, we went way past it. So that's where we start. It was before I set a minimum swing trade amount to allocate to each stock. Once I narrowed down my stock list to have a stocks list that I can just rely on, and I have about 68 of them. And that is one thing as well. When you are trying to set the minimum to allocate, you can think about, because when we buy those stocks, you notice that we are not selling them, all of them right away. Some of them could stay there in the account for a while before we sell it. If you do not set a stop loss, which we do not set, we like to sell things at a profit, and we are trading good stocks, so we just let them, if they go down, we let them stay negative in the account until they become positive. For that reason, I think I have the account history here. You can see, some of them are negative there. We just leave them in it, so until they become positive and we sell it. So for that reason, to have enough funds to trade with on a daily basis, to keep practicing the swing trading strategy, it's good to estimate how many stocks, I don't know how to explain about that, can remain in your portfolio at any given moment. Does that make sense? That's how I came up with that 5%. So by using 5%, it's like 20 stocks. So that means like you are trading about 20 stocks. You are working with about 20 stocks at any given moment, and some of them could remain in your portfolio because they went south instead of going north and continue going up. Therefore, I found that 5% to be a sweet spot of the cash available in your account, or the value of your account, whichever you are comfortable with to work with, to set the swing trade amount that you want to allocate to each trade. And it took me a few trials to narrow it down to 2,000. But in the meantime, for this, we purchased 2 shares at the beginning of the year. And once we narrow it down, we still want to keep trading it, even though our 2,000 was lower than this stock price per share. We kept it as well on our list, and we just buy 1 share of it, and we went from there. And the price keep going up for it. So we'll take our allocated amount, our committed amount out of there, and put November 27, 24 when we sold it. And we sold 1 share. And the price went up. And we pay 14 cents, and we made $27 profit on it. So it's not much, but it is a profit. We lock it in, and you can see the history of the profits. Some of them are larger and some of them are smaller, but they are profit nonetheless. So there is something I like to do times to times though. Do you see where we start? From here, we can just start from here, from where we start buying that 1 share, to make it simple. And it was 35.40. Let's use our trusty calculator here. 35.45.23. Let's see, You purchase it was around February, and you held on to it until yesterday to sell it. Let's just put minus there, but we know what we are doing is the other way around. So you are going to have a profit of 1,662. That minus is there because I start with the smaller dollar amount. But let's say you bought it for 3,500 and you sold it yesterday for 5,200. So 5,200 minus 3,500 will give you 1,662. That will be the profit you will have on it for holding it for that long, from February to November, exactly February 1st to November 27. How many months is that? So now let's go and total from that one. So we are going to total from row 65. No, it's not that. We'll do the profit. That's why after start buying the stocks, I will just keep the number of shares I'm buying fixed and go from there if that veer away from the minimum amount to swing trade per trade. So when I total all of this, it's giving me 985. Let's go up a little bit. It's giving me 985.39. That is the profit we made on it for swing trading it, getting in and out. It just gives you, a perspective here. Is it worth swing trading it or just buying it at 52 weeks low, hold on to it until it reaches close to 52 weeks high and sell it? And for this particular one, we can go to the chart and do BKNG. We have one time frame here. We bought it around the February. Yeah, that's this one here. So we bought it there close to 52 weeks low. When it start going up, if you want to buy it close to 52 weeks low, you could buy it somewhere where it start going up here. But we bought it somewhere here, and you see it went down at some point here, lower than where we bought it as well. So if you have it, you purchase it and you held on to it, it did, you see, it went high here, but you won't capture this increase here. It went down here, you will catch it. the stocks in your account will go down. Here, the stocks in your account will go up, the value of it, while you are holding on to it. But then from there, it continues to go up all the way. So, and that is from February, around close to 52 weeks low, to this high. But I'm sure it reached quite a bit of high along the way though. But because every highest mountain, this will be a highest one, this will be a highest one, and so forth. But it just gives you perspective that one, we are trading stocks that we could invest in long term, and which make it easier to swing trade as a beginner, because we are not dealing with risky stocks. But the profit will be small because they are large companies. They do not fluctuate much, and they are growth stocks, so the price will continue to grow. Whether you sell it or not, you leave it in your account, you are still going to make profit. But by leaving it in your account, you have 1,600. By swing trading it, you have 985 on it. But keep in mind that by swing trading it, we are using that cash to buy something else and make profit there as well and come back to it. But as a swing trader, you have cash in your account at any given moment because you are going in and out of those stocks. You are not hold on to them for an extended period of time. But times to times, I like just to do those comparisons because I'm more of an investor. I tend to hold on to stocks after I purchase it. Even if I purchase it with the intention to sell it, I will purchase them at 52 weeks low and sell them at 52 weeks high. But when I have the profit in the account, I'll just keep asking myself, should I sell or just leave it there? So I've noticed it through my own behavior that I'm more of an investor, buy and hold type person. So by picking stocks to have on our watch list, I went with stocks that are growing, large companies, stable, went through multiple recessions, that I can trust them because I know that I'm not going to sell them at a loss. If I don't have to, if they go down, I'll just leave them in the account because I can hold on to them. I can buy stocks and hold on to them. I can just leave them in the account until they become positive and I can sell them. Okay, so COR. So as you are fine-tuning your swing trading strategy, you can do both. If you like investing, you can buy some stock and just leave them there, and sell them when they reach the 52 weeks high. Why not? We have AT&T here with 900 profit there. We purchase them for dividend stocks purposes, and I think that's a dividend colon there, colon L. Yeah, so we purchase it for dividend stock purposes. With dividend income purposes, it's paying about 4.81% return, and we purchase more than that. I think at some point it's splitted and allocate a new stocks to us with some share. I'm not sure anymore. It has been a while, but it's there. I might sell at some point to lock in that profit once I know that I have a good amount of profit there, because as I purchased it multiple times, I need to go back and see if the highest price that I pay for it, the price is selling right now exceeded. The price is selling right now, if it exceeded before I came. That way I know that I make profit on each purchase that I made on that, not just the overall, but each purchase of it, and then we reinvest some dividend there as well. Otherwise I can just leave it there and learn options as well, because it's more than 100 share. I can try to practice options. That's on my to-do list for at some point as well. As you start swing trading, you can branch out to experience other ways of making money in the stock market that align with your personality or your value, and go from there. That way you have different ways to make money with your stock purchases as well. And so far we share with you, we invest in dividend stocks. We have 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high buying and selling strategy, and now we are doing swing trading, and we have our swing trading strategy as well. So it's not just one way to make money in the stock market, or to buy stocks or sell stocks or invest in the stocks. So now we have BKNG. You just have to figure out yours. We purchase COR. So we will go to send. Yesterday during our analysis of the day before stocks, we noticed that we placed an order on Tuesday to buy COR, but it didn't go through. Therefore, early in the morning yesterday, we placed the order to buy. The order went through for us. I believe I placed the order 247.12, if I recall right. But because we set a limit price, it won't buy at a price higher than that 247.12. But the market opened at some point the price was 246. Probably at the beginning of the day the price was lower than what we set. It purchased it for us. So COR, that's a lot of arrows there. So COR, if I don't know if it'll, yeah, but I think this will be more today. No, today won't be open. It's Thanksgiving today, so happy Thanksgiving to you all. So I'm seeing 220.24 and 2CC98. So I don't know if that's the price range of November 27. If so, it will anyway. Let's zoom here. The point I'm trying to make is, when you set a price to buy a stock, you set a limit price. If the price is lower than that price you set, the brokerage firm will buy it for you. So we set 247.12 to buy. When the market open at 246 point something, he bought it for us. So because the things is green, I will assume that is the opening price and that is the ending price, the price at the end of the day. But it fluctuates during the day. That's the highest it went during the day, but it closed here at the top of the rectangle. Because the bar is green, the bottom is when it open. So it opened at 246.49. When I put my bar here, my mouse there, we bought it at 246.54. Good. At least that's the. So okay, so now, so pretty much it must have opened around that price for that to go through quickly for us. So we bought it yesterday. By the time we are analyzing, by the time around noon we are swing trading, we have $41 profit there, but we didn't sell it. Even though it exceeded our minimum profit target, we didn't sell it because we bought it yesterday. I didn't want to sell it yesterday. We swing trade. We do not sell the same day. Therefore, we didn't sell it. This morning, I pulled the report, the account positions, and we can see how much profit we have there. It went down to 31.50. It could be around noon. Do you see how it reached a highest point here before closing somewhere there? Okay, so maybe around noon or so, when we saw $41 profit, it was somewhere around this high area. But we bought it that day. I didn't want to sell it that day. So buying it after the first green bar, I like to place an order early in the morning before the market open for the second bar, the second green bar. But then it's hard to do my 3 days consecutive green bar strategy when I do that. For that reason, if I miss the first green bar, I place the order, it didn't go through, I just don't place the order early in the morning. I just let it go its route, and when after it pull back again, I can go in. So there are some stocks like that that I tried to buy but was not able to buy because I placed the order and just didn't check it, get out of it, and later check it at the end of the day and it didn't purchase. And sometimes I'll purchase early in the morning if I really want to. I just know that I need to go further before I sell it, you know, because for 3 day consecutive bar, that count the first bar of the day that I bought it as well. So, but just something to keep in mind. But we still have $31 profit there. I don't know when the market open next, if it's going to continue going up or it's going to pull back though. But it's just all by trying, and little by little you fine tune your strategy. It doesn't have to be the norm. It just has to be your strategy that works for you. So, because at the end of the day, it's your bank account, not somebody's bank account. It is your finances. Just start learning a swing trading strategy that aligns with your risk tolerance level and keep practicing with small dollar amount, $300 or so per trade or so, and fine-tune it little at a time to see the result, how you feel about the result. We bought this one, so we are going to copy the previous one and re-enter it, and until you polish it and customize it to be you, to be yours, because we are all different and we like different things in life, and when it comes to things that is ours, we might like it in a certain way. So it is okay to experience, to try, and go from there. And because I have a different type of skills, I learn different things. And I told you, we buy dividend, we invest in dividend stocks. We have 52 weeks low and high trading strategy, and then we have swing trading strategy. So what happens is those strategies, they intertwine. If I find something good in our 52 weeks high strategy that I can apply to our swing trading strategy, I'll pull something from them and apply to our swing trading strategy. By doing that, I customize that swing trading strategy of ours. If I find something in the swing trading strategy that we are using that can help improve our 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high trading strategy, I will pull that skill or knowledge and apply it to improve our 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high trading strategy. For instance, I noticed that the way I pick our dividend stocks, I tend to have some stocks that do not really increase in value. It takes a while for them to increase in value. Therefore, I prefer to use the filters that I use to create our stock watch list for swing trading, to use that filter for my dividend stocks picking as well, or 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high stocks picking as well, so that I stick with good stocks that if they go down, they won't stay down for too long, even if that means they do not have a high dividend rate. That is okay. They are paying a little bit in while they are sitting in my account. That's okay. And when they reach the 52 weeks high of the year, I can just sell it and wait for them to go back to their 52 weeks low, and I can buy it again. Okay, so this one, we clean it out. Now we recorded our transactions of yesterday. So we sold 3 stocks, and we bought 2 stocks. So now we have dividend payment here of some stocks that we have in the account. We are going to record them as well. So we'll go to our dividend tab, and for this one I wanted to make sure I have I'm a multitasker and I'm working, but I want to double check my number to make sure my brain was still thinking while my mouth was moving, because those two things don't work well together for me. When I'm talking, my brain freezes, and when it's taking over, I forget the train of my thought, because once I start thinking about what I'm talking about, I don't remember what I'm talking about, and I had to think harder. So we have some cents dividend from this company. Let's put it there. That's still money, and we will pay tax on it, so we must well track it. So RGR, those are things we purchase for dividend income. And $2 right there. I don't know how many shares of it we have to make $2. but we can check it since we have that things open there. 2.25. Okay, so let's go check this one. Okay, we have 20 shares of those. 700, you know. We spent 1,100 on it. You can see the unrealized loss there. I turned the dividend reinvestment down at some point this year, so we are kind of down 300 right there. What is the dividend? The dividend is 1%. It's not much either. So, but let's take a look at it. RGR, to see what I was thinking when I was buying it. Probably I was not thinking. Okay, so I mean, if you look at it, it's growth and dip. So I mean, you can make money on those growth if you are buying it in the dip. You don't want to be the one buying it at the tip there, because it takes a while to go back there. So I mean, it's growing but slowly. If we just go from here, you can see the line is kind of oblique, you see. So it's growing, but those dividend stock, they just grow slower. But for 1%, it's not worth the trouble, in my opinion. So I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna add it to my dividend income stocks list. But it's just going to be, if you are going to buy these things, 52 weeks low, 52 weeks high strategy might work for it, if there is some. But anyway, yeah, that's why, that's again, that fortifies my what I just said earlier, using the filters that I use to screen and narrow down my swing trading stocks. Use that filter for stocks that I purchase for dividend purposes, or for 52 weeks low, 52 weeks high trading strategy. Use that to narrow down those dividend stocks. I think it's something I want to try. But again, that's how I just intertwine those strategies to come up with one that I'm satisfied with. So now that we have our record down, we can put record dates, and we might check this worksheet to make sure we have our numbers right. And one way I like to do that is just go to the monthly profits and see if the two ways that I'm tracking it matches here. If they do, then I have my numbers right. This concludes our second step of record keeping of our transaction of yesterday. And I think it is a little bit longer because we are discussing strategies. I like to discuss strategies with you, to share my knowledge with you, or you know, and run it by you. Do you have a swing strategy? What that is, will you please share it in the comment of this video? So now we are going to lower this, but before we lower it, let's go to our stock watch list to make sure when we place order to buy or to sell, we have them properly coded on our sheet, so that we don't keep buying something we already have in the stock, or think we have something in the stock when we don't have it, and when it's the right time to buy, we don't buy it because we think we have it. So first I'm going to go through my list here. So I have big BKNG in blue, meaning I tried to sell it yesterday. It sold it? Yes, it sold it for us. So it went back to the pool of things to analyze and trade. COR, we have it highlighted yellow because we placed the order to buy it and we bought it. Good. MMC, we sold it. MMC sold it, yes. Those yesterday they pulled back, so we didn't do anything with them. V, we sold V, yes. WSO, we bought it. WSO, we bought it, yes. Okay, so I think we got them all covered. Therefore, we are going to take our red out of there and our blue out of there and turn it black. So now that we have it ready, we can analyze the chart. That will be the third step in our process, our routine. We'll start from the top and just go through the stocks that we didn't highlight, that we don't have in our portfolio. Those are the ones we are going to analyze to have them ready for the next day the market will open. So AJG, let's get out of the monthly chart here and go back to 1 year daily chart. AJG just keep climbing the mountain. Wow, look at it, that's nice. We sold it somewhere here. I don't know where we bought it. We sold it somewhere here, but this just keep going. So it needs to pull back before we get back in. Okay, we bought it here. It went downhill from there. And when it start going up, it just keep going. Good. So now we'll go to the next one. That's the arrow that I put on the chart is the extent of my journal for swing trading. I tend to write down when I bought, when I sold things, but I didn't go back to them. And I found that putting arrow on the chart where I bought, where I sold, it just put things in perspective for me. I use that way more than going to my PowerPoint to read about what I put down related to a particular stock. But you know, it's good to have those notes at the beginning if you want. There is a note that I think is kind of worth for me to have is, do you see this high here? Sometimes when the first bar, the first green bar of the day, like, I don't know what I'm going to find an example here. Do you see this bar, for instance? It could be a high here. Let's say after a pullback, this arrow should have been here. I don't know why it's kind of skewed here. So if by the time I'm trying to make the purchase, I'm seeing this high, I'm seeing it above here, that's something that I like to wonder, should I buy it because it already reached a highest point here? Should I buy it or not? And in the past, I won't buy it, and sometimes it will continue to go up. But this day, I will place the order for it. If that's the first bar after a pullback and it reached a new high, I'll just place an order. There is no really gap there, the price gap between them. I'll just place the order to buy. Sometimes it will continue to go up. Sometimes it will pull back before it will continue the trajectory. So it goes both ways. So I just choose one option and just go from there. So that means when it goes down, I will have unrealized loss in the account. When it goes up, I will have a profit there. But by trying to go, sometimes buy, sometimes not buying it, the odds may not be in your favor. It just reminds me of when I was in high school. we have biology class. Biology was my major in high school because I was in a type of major that I'm not very good in pure science and I'm not very good in literature, but I'm good in all of them. So I was in a major type of program that biology was the highest one, followed by math, physics, and chemistry, and then literature was below, a little bit below. So like in point wise, so biology was the highest point. But man, I couldn't understand the biology, most of the biology chapters that we studied. And one of them was GNA. It's not so much of the GNA, but it's eye color. And I'm an African, and most of us has brown eyes. But then we'll have those tests that they will say, okay, the parents, one parent has brown eyes, one has green eye, the grandparent has a certain eye color, and then they will say, okay, what color the baby eye will be? And I'll ask myself, well, how do I know that? So, and then I would just, it was just so confusing. The teacher will explain it, and I just couldn't get it. And there was a child, a student in the classroom that, you know, she's very good, she's smart, she's very good, and she scored high in a lot of classes, and I was just not the only one couldn't get those things. And at some point the biology class will ask the student if he's not right. After explaining things, when we found it more confusing, the whole class, most of the people in the class found it more confusing, he will turn to the student and ask the student if he's now right. He will just laugh that the teacher is asking for confirmation from a student, but I just couldn't get that right. So what I will do is I will guess. Sometimes during the test, well, I'll guess blue, sometimes I'll guess brown, and sometimes I'll get it right, sometimes I'll get it wrong. So I'll just keep doing that, and I'll say, okay, last time I said brown, so this time let's try blue. But the problem won't be the same problem. So just switching between the answers, most of the time I'll get it wrong. I just couldn't understand why green eye mother, brown eye father will have. I just couldn't understand it, because again, we all have brown eyes in my opinion, at least that's what I thought. But again, in a culture where you don't see Caucasian often, so I just couldn't understand it, and maybe I don't know how the professor was explaining it, that's why. But it turned out that brown is kind of recessive trait or something like that. Anyway, my husband even tried to explain it to me now, and I still don't get it. But I'm sorry, we went off topic. So again, coming back to this, yeah, trying to switch my between high, should I buy, should I not buy, and trying to change my answer each time. I think I might get it wrong most of the time. That I just stick to, if it reached a high on that day that I'm supposed to buy it, I will buy it anyway, because it can only go north or south. So yeah, but that's just my, again, one of the perks of my swing trading strategy here. Okay, so where were we? Let's plug our computer here. But okay, so AJG BKNG. So BKNG. So BKNG, let's see, we have greens here, so we let it be. We need to see the red. Again, the red means the price went down that day, and I like to call it a pullback. It opened but closed at a lower price, so it went down. Every single bar is 1 day worth, so that is a pullback here. This is going up. That means it opened at the price at the bottom, the price is on the Y here, and then close at the end of the day at the price that is higher for overall that day the price went up, even though within that day there will be fluctuation up and down, but for the overall day the price it opened at 9:30 Eastern time, no, 8:30 Eastern time, and the price it closes at 4 Eastern time. You know, the price it closes higher, so it will be represented by a green bar on my chart. And I think it was just the color that swing of team have for them by default, and I kept it. Some trying to make all of them the same color or so. I don't. I use those color quite a bit to make decision, buying and selling decisions. So I like them. So I want to see the pullback before I get in here. I just don't look at the descent to interpret it as a pullback. I use the color because it could go up and I still say the pullback because this one reached a high here, but in my mind it's a pullback because the price went down that day. So if it start green, I will buy it, and which I did here. Even though this is a descent here, I still got in and made a profit enough to sell it the next day. So I used the color. Maybe I should add that to my swing trading strategy, but I use color in my decision making as well. So the next one, CATS and CL. Let's see if we can memorize those two things. CATS has a pullback. Oh, nice. So we have our first pick of the day, CATS. If I go, we can, okay. We still on a uptrend there. Yes. So we still on an uptrend. So let's mark it red. If it start green from there, we buy. Let's use red. Okay, CL. Okay, CL is in a downtrend. Let's leave it alone for now. DECK. So this one, yeah, is the pullback again yesterday. That's why we didn't buy. Let's see. It's still on uptrend line, so let's mark it red. If it turns around, we get in. Google. We know for a fact that Google is still down, but who knows? You never know. You can have a jump. Yeah, still down. Let's leave it like that for now. HG. HG has a pullback. I'm a little bit hesitant buying this HG and lows because they tend to be kind of seasonal. I bought lows and a lows is still there, so we have a pullback here. We have dividend earning here though. Anyway, let's mark it red and see what will happen that day. LEN. Let's check lows here. We have it in the account. You see, I bought it and it went down, down, and down. It has not gone high enough for us to sell it yet. So it's still in the account. Lows. Yeah, $88 negative. Okay. So The next one, LEN. I believe LEN is in a kind of short-term down. Yeah, you leave it alone. It's kind of down. It has multiple mountains to surpass first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's leave it alone for now to overcome them first. MA. MA is on the green. Is on the climb. So let's leave it alone. When it pullbacks, we go in. MAR. MAR pullback. We still have our trend line going on here. Let's trace it. I like to just eyeball it, but we still have our up trend line going on, and we can even trace a shorter one from here. That those lows as leaning on for support. We have a pullback there. When they start going up, we buy. So we are going to mark a red. It's Marriott, so it is like November. People are buying hotel things or what? Like people are traveling. I think it's at the end of the year, holidays. People travel, right? Maybe we might see a claim in the stock price around the holiday. MCK. So MCK start going up from here. I still don't know though. One green, and we have a pullback here. Okay, so we will mark a red. If it start going up from there, we get in. That will depend on how green that next bar will be. If we have tendency of going up, we get in. MMC. MMC, we have a pullback yesterday that we sold it. Okay, let's see. We have a consolidation here for a while before we have this up here. We have a pullback. If we start going up, we get it. So let's make it red. Last time we got it is stay in our account for 2 months though. So MMC don't do that. We bought it here, and we have the consolidation time frame, and we had it to wait. Let's extend this. What I'm looking at is this area that it touch it here. I want to keep it there while I'm moving it, wherever it goes. And I have this bar, it touched that point, but I don't know where it's coming from. We must have traced it on the maximum monthly chart. So I'm going to extend it and just keep looking at that low area that is touching so that it remain there. So we have those trend lines that will evaluate the chart movement in relation to it. So when it's coming down, as long as it's not below it, we think maybe it's just trying to go back to those long-term trend line. So, but for now, it's above it. And here is the things too. At the beginning, I need to tend to wait for that to come to the trend line before I get in. And then I noticed that some of them will pull back and start going up without coming back to the trend line for a while. So, and we see quite a bit here, and actually quite a bit here. But when it decided to go back to the trend line, well, I had to wait 2 months before I became profitable to sell it yesterday. But again, that's something to consider. If you decided to trade on a short-term trend line, after the end of that short-term trend line, it might try to go back to the long-term, to the next long-term trend line that it veered from, and before going up again. And I just let it be in the account as long as it takes. I know that I started with a good stocks to begin with, and if it pays dividend, even better. I might have few cents from it in the meantime. So I do not put stop loss on our swing trades. Again, I make sure I pick good stocks that I can invest in long term, so that if it goes south, it becomes an investment. If it goes north, it becomes a swing trade. I sell it for the profit. Okay, so now the next, this one will make it red, yes. MRK is in a downtrend, is hibernating now. It start waking up, but we leave it alone. It's too low for us to do anything with it. I don't sell short. I only buy when it's going up, and I sell it while it's going up. So therefore, when the stock is going down, is in a downtrend, I don't do anything with it. But there is a swing trading strategy that allows you to buy things when they are going down and still make profit. I just don't use that strategy, so I cannot talk about it. NVDA. NVDA. Interesting. Do you see this? If you see yesterday, you watched yesterday video, by the way, for our swing trading evening daily routine, and for all our swing trading videos, will you please check the playlist swing trading in the description or at the end of the video for more of those brainstorming sessions that we have. Yesterday around noon, when I was placing order, this bar was red, therefore I didn't buy NVDA. But by the end of the day, it became green. It closed positive. Okay, so I'm not going to place order for when it open it buys it for us a BBJ for COR. I'm just going to let it do it since it'll go up. We missed that first day. When it start going, when it pull back and start going up, we buy. But do you see this bar here? That is a pivot. I don't know how, like, it's an important bar here that things are going to turn around. I think, I'm not sure, I don't remember the meaning of each one of those price bar, but I know that this and this, they are kind of crucial one to know about. So one things I like to do is go look for this. I don't know if that's doji. I'm not going to say one that I don't know, but I'm going to go to maximum daily chart so that we have landmark here, and we can look for it. That's just for you to see that when you see an important price bar and not knowing what is going to happen, you can just look at the same chart history to see if you can spot it on it somewhere and see what happened after that bar. Thinkorswim has some instructions on them as well, but I'm not going to the setting for that. I'm seeing it's not quite this. That one is a pivot. It's not pivot table I wanted to see, but yeah, is an important one as well. Well, for some reason I'm not seeing it on the, I'm not spotting it elsewhere on it. I'm seeing this. Okay, so I think we can just compare it to this one here. So do you see it? Things turn around, it start going up. So when you have a green with it like that, like a cross type things, I don't know if it's in relation to this or what, but it went up here. But if you have it on top in red, where things about to go south, whether that is the true explanation of it, I have no idea. It's just me saying it based on what I'm looking here. We have another one here as well, and that's just to share it with you that when I see some critical price bar that I know that it means something, I just scroll along the chart to look for that price bar to see what happened after it, and and I'll try to look for multiple times that it happened, and to see what happened, to see if it goes both ways. Sometimes it might go up, sometimes it might go down. Therefore, I know that, well, it can go south or north or south from here. But I just know that it is a pivotal, it is a, why is the word, it's not pivotable, but it's going to pivot from here. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but let's continue. I know that there's going to be a change, a break in this consecutive pullback. Is going to be a break. It's going to start going up. That's just the way I'm interpreting it. But again, let's wait the next market day to see what will happen. We missed that entry there. We leave it alone. We have already one green bar. We are not going to highlight it. So ROP, analyzing the chart and talking with you takes longer than if I was just doing it quick. And what I'm looking for is that one bar at the end of the chart. Just that one bar and the color of it, because I've been analyzing the chart so often that that one bar, the color of it, and the trend line, if it's still going up, RPM, that's what I'm looking for, and then I move to the next. So I do it very quickly, and I don't know, times to times I might try that too. So we have a green here, we have a red here, it has a pullback. That's what I'm looking, and I'm looking at the trend line. It's still going up, even though I'm not tracing it, I can still see it. This low is lower, this low is lower than this low, but it's higher than this low. So I still have my uptrend line, and I have a pullback. Good enough. I'll mark it red. We will buy it if we see the first green bar the next market day. Next time we go to the market to buy stocks. Okay, this we do have our trend going up, and we have a pullback here. So we will mark it red. It reached a high there, even though it went down. So we'll mark it red. You see, we are speeding up the process now. TJX. So TJS is in the green. You see, this bar here is saying something. It's telling me that the price is about to go down. We're about to have a pullback. Why am I saying that? Because it went all the way there, but close here is green. So that means it opened. I don't even think about those things when I'm analyzing the chart, but by talking to you about it, it just allows me to think about it as well. That's why I say when I'm sharing what I know, I'm learning more, because I'm actually posing my reflex and actually trying to explain what is going on. So it opened at the bottom of the bar. You can see the price where I'm putting the bar. It closes there. It didn't go down much, but it went all the way here at some point, but scroll all the way here. So it tells me that there is a lot of buyers. No, there is a lot of sellers, but less buyers. So a lot of sellers, that means the price will go down. Because when you have many people selling something but not many buying, people will try to compete, will try to lower their prices, give sales so that they can sell what they brought to the market to sell that day, to be able to, you know, buy bread for their families. I mean, I'm just trying to interpret it here, but so if they drive the price down, in my just my own word though, so it tells me that the next time the markets open, we could have a pullback. We see the opposite of this here. When it went way down, but close higher than it opened. No, close lower than it opened. So it opened here, but close below it. That's what made it red. The price went down that day, but it went very low and was all the way here. So it tells me that many people try to buy it, which drove the price high, but not high enough to go past the price it opened that day. So that means the next day it could happen, and that's what happened. But does that happen all the time? Not necessarily. That's why when you see an important price bar like that, you can just go look for a similar one in the past to see what happened. If it goes south, and sometimes it goes north, but you know that it can go both ways. So which way is going to go, you don't know. That's why I like to see the bar of the day before I make my decision. So this one is going up, we leave it alone. We need to see that pull back, and when it start going up from there, we get in. TMUS. So I'm not making any assumption based on the behavior of buyer and sellers on the market. I'm making decisions based on the color of the price bar. That's kind of weird when I put word to it, but that's pretty much what I'm doing, right? Anyway, so this one is still going up here, so let's just leave it alone. We need to see that pullback first, because we don't want to buy and then we start pulling back. It happened to us before, right? You buy it, you see here, I bought it at the first green bar, and then it start going down. And that's when, if you know about the meaning of price bar, it could help you increase your profit as well. So we have a pullback, and then we saw the first green bar and we got in, but then it pulled back again. That price bar is now like an important price bar for me to work with. I just know that I have a long stick on top compared to the bottom, which means the price went up, but then lower to somewhere you could interpret and say that means it can continue to go down. But not necessarily. It can happen, it may not happen. I got in and waited and sold it for the profit. So for this one, we have, okay, so it's going up, we leave it alone. We need to see that pullback. When it start going up, we get in. TRY, I believe TRY, we don't want to trade anything. TRY is in a downturn. Yeah, we leave it alone. URY, we have, let's see, we have a green there, but we still have our uptrend line going on. So we have a pullback, we will mark it red. You see, we have a pullback yesterday, but we still have our trend line going on. Let's extend this one, paying attention to the lows that we thought we fit, and keep it there. But we do have an uptrend going on here, probably a short one. And I'm just touching the bottom of the price bar, and I need to trace. You can see we have this one, it fell off of it, and then start another one, but it's not coming down to this yet. And it could happen because it happened few times, so that means it tends to come back to it. Try here, but didn't go that down. So that's something to keep in mind. So having 1 year time frame on your screen gives you that perspective that you can actually look at what is going on within that year. If maximum daily chart is just too small for you to work with. 1 year daily chart is good. So this one pullback, we will mark it red. If it start going up from there, we will buy it and hope for that to continue going up. So V, we have a green yesterday, okay, and we sold it. So we will wait. Do you see, I talk about this instance. We have a pullback and then we start going up. If we didn't buy it before, here will be a day for us to buy, and that is the day that it reached a new high. And I will have purchased it if I didn't have it in the portfolio. But I have it in the portfolio, then it was a day for me to sell it for a profit. And I'm not going to turn around and rebuy it that day. So we just have to wait for that to continue its route and pull back and start going up, and then we get in. VRTX is in a downturn here. We leave it alone for now. WM, let's see. WM is the last one that we don't have in the portfolio. WM has a pullback. Let's see. We have our uptrend line going on. You see, when I'm putting my mouse at the bottom of the mountain, the valley, each time we have a higher low. So we still have our uptrend going, and we have a pullback there. So if it start going up from there, we'll get in. Even though it reached a new high there, I will call it a pullback because it ended at a price lower than it opened that day. So we have a pullback. We will mark it red on our list. And that is how we analyze the chart to pick stocks for swing trading. So let's see the stocks we pick for the next for swing trading. Next time the stock market open, we have WM. That will be 1, 2. The one that are red are the one we pick. So we have 2 so far. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. SD is 8. 9, 10 for cats. We pick 10 stocks for swing trading. Out of those 10 stocks, when the market is open and we analyze the chart, if we do not see that first green bar of the day, for some of them, we are not going to buy those. Thank you so much for watching. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments. We thank you very much all that subscribe to our channel. On our channel, I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and inasoup.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways you can save money and different ways you can make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just know that when you are trading stocks, you are investing in stocks is risky. Therefore, start small, and it is not a get rich quick type of thing. Start small, use cautious, and go from there to fine tune your swing trading strategy. Thank you.